Nobody's smiling. Nobody's smiling. Nobody's smiling. Peace and love, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Um, Here to give you the TRU Report pre-market analysis on this April 21st. It's my son's birthday. Shout out to my son, Keanu, who turns 19 today. Damn, it just hit me. Anyway, so we're gonna look at the markets. The futures are coming in pretty flat. There hasn't been much traction going in either direction. Let me get my screen up here to share. Let's take a look at the market. All right, so let's look at what the S&P is doing right now in pre-market. We see that it's coming down. It's been coming down. Actually, it's on a downward trend right now. I expect for it to pull back a little bit more, probably right up in here to this level around 4,100 to 4009-ish, around in this little area as the day goes on. So it isn't a situation where you should panic or anything like that. It's more like you should be looking for opportunities for puts, which is something that a lot of people, I'm understanding, is not comfortable with. But in these markets, you're going to have to get comfortable with them at some point and stop going against the market and start going with the market. You know, I always say that institutions aren't our enemy. We should be trying to emulate what they're doing. And right now, they're looking to sell off on a lot of these companies. So let's look at some plays that, that we have called this week from the Rise Up Report. All Pinterest on Monday, after this big drop off on Friday, Pinterest was doing well, as you can see over here. It was had a nice surge going on for a couple of weeks, and then it got up here and it got real choppy and things, and ultimately Friday it had a big drop, and we just went with the trend. So Monday we got into $71 puts, I'm sorry. And I went into it from my analysis saying that this thing will probably run all week. But if you are still for those who are still in this play, I will be looking for my exit soon, because it's going to stop. It's going to bottom out here real soon around in this area. So at this point, I would probably, I'm already out. And for those who are still holding it, trying to wait for it to fall down here, I would just be careful and manage your risk with this particular put. We also, this week, we called Walmart. Walmart, what's happening is we see a nice little W pattern being made here, and then it broke out, at the beginning of the month. And it's kind of been consolidating in this little area. We called this on Monday. So with a good entry on Monday, you should have seen some nice movement yesterday on these calls. And we anticipate it going up here. As you can see right here, it's a big, huge gap right here. That must be filled, and Walmart is on its way to filling that gap. So that play is looking good for this week. But today, a few companies I want to put on your radar for you to check out, put on your watch list um, that I think are going to be breaking out real soon. The first one is Clorox. So with Clorox, we see a nice, you know, a nice drop off right here, and with a retrace, and it's constantly trying to go up. That's the thing about the markets; it's always looking for reasons, or it's always looking to go up, but uh, sometimes it goes down, sometimes it goes sideways, which is what Clorox has really did. It's fallen, on hard times, and now it's kind of been consolidating for a while. And we see yesterday, this thing broke out some with a nice, big, pretty green candle right here. So also they have earnings coming up soon. I believe it's on 27th. Um, so we should get a nice uptick before earnings. So we'll go in on calls on Clorox, looking to get some uptick headed into earnings on this particular stock. Chart looks nice, and it looks like it's really uh, free and clear to really make some move right before earnings coming up. I believe it's the 27th or 29th, something like that, next week. But so definitely put this one on your watch list, and if you're considering trading it, I would be cautious in my entry and trying to catch an entry. You should be able to get an entry somewhere in this little range right here. You get a little pullback and let this thing ride. Lastly, the next company I want to put on your all's radar is FSR, Fisker. So Fisker is an EV company. They are always in the volume leaders list. So I definitely have been paying a lot of attention to it, especially a couple months ago. We see right here in the end of February, it just took off. And it was kind of like the talk of the markets for like a week for some reason. But since that time, it has retraced hard, all the way from up here at $25. It's gotten down to as low as, I think it was $11. Yeah, like what's that? $12.23. So we called this one yesterday, and what happened is the candle, it came up, it gapped up in the morning and shot up a little bit, and then it retraced real hard. Well, you say, well, why are you making calls on this thing, and it retraced as hard as it did? Well, it had a gap right here when it filled that gap, and now it should be ready to launch on today. And we look at what it's doing in the pre-market. So, and it's an EV in the EV sector. The EVs been getting hit lately, been taking a pounding and whatnot. But I just, one thing about the markets, what it's taught me is that, everybody gets that chance to shine, and you may be down today, but it don't mean that you're going to stay down. So all of these EV stocks are looking well, particularly this one. They got somebody gave them a good review a couple of days ago, and the markets reacted to that, and I expect them to turn around. We see that they got below this level of support. I expect them to get right back above this level of support right here. all this what's going on and eventually break out. So this is definitely something to keep on your watch list as this thing, gets out of the bottom, get out of this rut that it's been in. But that's about it. I got those two companies to look at for you all this morning. Appreciate any kind of feedback that you may have. Maybe you may have some companies you want me to take a look at. Hit me up, let me know. We can definitely do that. Appreciate it if you would like the if you like the content, would you like the video and as well as subscribe to the channel? Trying to get better at this, but really want to try to help as many people empower themselves through the markets. That's what this channel will be dedicated to, trying to empower Black people to do better in the markets and things like that. So anything I can help you out with, reach out to me. You can catch me on Facebook, Ronnie Man Hatcher, Instagram. I'm on there too. I'm on here, whatever. Leave a comment, something like that. I'll respond to it and get back with you. But anyway, the market's getting ready to start in half an hour. It's very important to pay attention to what's happening in the pre-market. Last half hour of pre-market. It's very important to pay attention to what's happening at that time to make your decision as to what you're going to do. So, but anyway, this is all about me giving you, it's not no financial advice or anything. It's me kicking some game with you all in the mornings. Appreciate you all for listening. Peace and love.